Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to be doing and talking about a review on the Origins Pretty in Bloom SPF 20 Flower Infused Foundation. This is a very fairly new foundation. I don't think I've even seen that many reviews on it, but I want to go ahead and get into talking about it. If you are returning back, thank you so much for tuning in, and if this is your first time, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay in tune with all of my videos. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So I was actually gifted this foundation. I didn't go out and purchase it. I am involved with the influencer program, so they gifted me and I got included and invited to try this foundation out. This is the foundation right here. I'll try to get out of frame. Check this out. So I chose the shade 630 Deep Golden. I watched Taylor Anise. I watched her review. She had made like a really good point that I didn't even like think about, which is the foundation, since it's flower infused, it really didn't specify a whole bunch of the different flowers that was like in it. A lot of people are just like really allergic and they have really sensitive skin, so I tried to get as much information as I could so that I can just let you guys know, just for your skin sensitivities and all of that and everything. So I just wanted to make sure that I included that. And just a heads up, if I sound winded, you guys, I am 8 months pregnant. I am just moving on as I can, and sometimes just talking and doing other things at the same time just allows me to get really winded. So please bear with me through that. This is me and baby. We are 8 months, and she is the reason why I'm winded, just in case you ask. So this is the Pretty in Bloom. I don't know if you're familiar with Origins. Origins is predominantly a skincare brand. I love their skincare. I did do a skincare prep. I have prepped my skin. I'm not going to be wearing primer today, but I did prep my skin with some Origins skincare. But this is promoted as a flower infused foundation, which has multiple different types of flowers. One thing, it has 30 different shades to accommodate lighter and fair skin tones. They break it down by complexions down cool, neutral, and warm. The lightest shade is 100, which is a very light cool, and the deepest shade is going to be a 740, which is a very deep cool. And this foundation is supposed to be suitable for all skin types. It is a natural finish, which is like a really nice natural skin-like finish. It's supposed to be a long-wearing foundation. Retails for $38. I always try to make sure I do not forget that. It's a little bit in that middle range, not like in the high 40s, 50s, but still just a little bit more than 30 something dollars. So it says, this is what they describe the foundation as. It's made with a nourishing blend of 12 flowers. Their skin caring formula is everything you want in a foundation: instant radiance, natural looking finish, lightweight coverage, 24-hour wear, and all-day hydration for all-day petal smooth skin. And it also notes that it is a humidity resistant foundation. So I'm guessing that you're still going to get a lot of radiance. It's going to be a nice, very skin-like feel, very skin-like finish, but it's going to help being humidity resistant depending on the type of environment you're in. So it says it's formulated with 12 flowers, including reclaimed buttery flower waxes from perfumeries, crushed petals, flower honeys, and essential oils. So they just kind of did a whole bunch of different types of flowers and used flowers in many different forms to create it. So they break it down: warm, neutral, cool, and they break it down by little flowers. It's kind of cute. So rosy category is going to be cool undertone, which is pink, blue, and red. The bouquet, which is the neutral undertones, is going to be a little bit of pink and yellow. And then the warm undertone is in the marigold category, and that's yellow, peach, and golden. I mean, I really don't have, it doesn't really have too much to say much more about it. So what I'm just gonna go ahead and do is just get into it, get the swatching, get the showing how the foundation is wearing, and get into reviewing all of that for you guys. So once again, I am the shade 630 Deep Golden Warm. I chose this. I haven't tried this on at all. I haven't even swatched this on my face. So I just kind of been really skeptical and wondering if this is gonna be my tone. I have noticed that just throughout my pregnancy that my complexion has gone really golden. Like I've had a bit of a golden undertone, but it's just really enhanced throughout my pregnancy. So I'm gonna try, I'm debating how I'm going to do this, but I'm not using a primer. That's one thing. I like to see the foundation and see how it wears without a primer, because that's almost like cheating. This is the 630. And I'm in natural light, so I mean this is pretty decent lighting if you really want to get an idea. Like this is like directly in the sun. This is a little bit out of it. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques 200 Expert Face Brush. I just love Real Technique brushes. Like they just get it, you know? They just get it. So let's see. Oh, this actually is a good match. It does have a scent of flowers. And nothing overwhelming. I think like if you wear luxury foundations, if you've ever worn a Chanel foundation, their foundations are a lot more potent than in like their scents and in the flower than this one. If that just gives you an idea, like Chanel foundations can be overwhelming with a floral scent and like with their fragrances. I was expecting this to actually be a lot more fragrant. So it's really not that bad. Like I don't smell too much. Oh, it's kind of covering good too. Okay. And I also saw that hyperpigmentation I had up in there. I mean, so far, honestly, this is literally a good match. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do one side of my face first, just so you can get a little idea. And I did my eyebrows prior because it's morning and I just felt like doo-doo caca. And I didn't want to be 100%. I'd be like 90%, take 10% away, do the brows, you know. You guys get it. It really is a skin-like finish. I really like that since I'm in natural light, you can really see it's not sitting on top of my skin. You can see the light reflecting off of my skin, so it does create a really nice natural radiance. This is only just a little bit. I've covered it, and I mean you probably can't tell too intensely through the camera, but I'm probably just gonna spot treat just a couple under here, and of course we're gonna go in with something under my eyes. But so far the color looks really great. I try not to judge too much with my neck, because my neck is like a whole shade and a half lighter than my face. I have a birthmark all over my body, so sometimes that's just how it is. But I mean, the coverage level so far, this looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm just gonna now show you, this is absolutely nothing. Like nothing. And then this is with the foundation. I'm actually surprised. I really didn't expect, I mean, I didn't know what to expect because I really didn't come in with any expectations, but I mean, my skin looks radiant. It's a really good match so far. And I think I really enjoy how it looks on my skin. I'm about to build some coverage up under my eyes. I don't know if I really want to put too much of this foundation under my eyes, though. That's like the thing, so I just might rely on concealer to do so. Typically, like when I want more coverage, I'll just like start building it under my eyes, like just so you don't have to rely too much on concealer. But since this has so many flowers, baby, no. Okay, so I'm gonna do my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I had tried the mini version of this just because I didn't want to fully commit to it, because I was like really skeptical about it. But so far, I really love it. But this is the shade Butterscotch. Y'all all know this concealer will cover all of your secrets, and under my eyes, just right now, it's just a little bit just dark, you know? My faux stash. I don't have like a real mustache, but it just looks, I can't take myself serious looking at me like this. Like, can you take myself serious? So look at this. I have a faux mustache, so I like to just kind of conceal a little bit to brighten that bad boy up. Okay, so this is the final razzle dazzle. I'm all done applying my makeup. I can say that so far, I think it's not bad. Very skin-like, very natural. I used this blush. I really think I like this blush. Just as like a side note, this is the Rimmel London Maxi blush, and this is in the shade Third Base. And if you're looking for like a bomb dupe for NARS Orgasm, honey, I think this bad boy is like not even $5, like, or even $10 just to even like put that in a broad spectrum. But that's the blush that I have on, and honey, let me tell you. So yeah, like, I can honestly say that I think that this foundation so far isn't too bad. The coverage level is just perfect for what I need. I typically love working with medium to buildable coverages just because it just gives you that wiggle room. So like, some days you just really don't want a face sitting on top of your face. You just don't want it. And some formulas really don't allow that breathable skin like feel with their foundations, but this one I could definitely say it does. Like, I'm actually really surprised. I was going into this foundation review just looking like, man, all these flowers, all these ingredients, like, I'm hoping my skin doesn't get irritated. I'm hoping that it isn't too fragrant where it's gonna annoy me, make me sneeze, and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm actually surprising myself, and none of that. And the color is spot on. The color is perfect, which I'm actually really happy that they complimented my shade, and that they do compliment darker complexions, and that this is an inclusive brand. Of course, eventually, you know, they make it where you can possibly expand the shades throughout time. But for the most part, I really do think that they included everyone to not have to buy 2 foundations. $38. We're gonna see if it's worth that, you know what I'm saying? We'll see, because $38 is pretty steep for some people who want to pay this. But Origins is a really, you know, they're really kind of like I don't want to say plant-based brand, but they really do like pride themselves on, you know, earthly products and, you know, things of the earth and all that other kind of stuff. So hold on, y'all know I just be out of breath. This baby is kicking right now, oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna go do what I do, you know, go do some things, probably eat some snacks, and then get ready to go run some errands, and then I'll update you guys throughout the day with how I'm feeling and how I'm liking it. Okay, this is my current situation. Foundation in the light. Still a good color match. Not too shabs. I'm really loving this blush, I swear. But I mean, in the natural light, like, I must say, this foundation though, really glowy. Gives a nice little radiance without your skin looking like too radiant, you know. All right, going in the grocery store. Wow. So it is now 6:34. I put this foundation on around 11ish, so that's a decent amount of time to just kind of get a really good feel for the foundation. I've been out and about, I've ran errands, I've been outside, I've been in natural light, I've been at home. I came home, cooked dinner, devoured the whole pizza we made. And I must say, when I eat pizza, it gets down and dirty. It doesn't get pretty. And look around my mouth, still still seems to be intact. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some overall final thoughts of this foundation. Would I say it's long wearing? I would definitely say it's long wearing. I've had it on, what is that? 11, 12, for like 6-7 hours. That's a decent amount of time just to give a really good foundation. Typical amount of time for a woman to have worked a shift or to have done something, you know, just a full day's worth of, you know, wearing this foundation. And it didn't oxidize, it didn't change color, it didn't like irritate my skin, it didn't like none of that. I think the biggest thing for me with the foundation is what does it make my skin feel like? Of course, throughout the day, how is it wearing and all the coverage and all that other kind of good stuff. But I think that, of course, I still got just like a little oily around my nose right here. That's pretty common. That happens all the time with any foundation. I don't care how oil free. Oh my God, I always just have to catch my breath just talking. Would I purchase this with my own money and go out and when I run out buy it again? I don't know. I don't know. I'm always on the next with the foundation. Like, it's very hard for me, but I can say that I want to wear this foundation a couple of more times to see, you know, how I like it on my skin. First impression, definitely this definitely surprised me. I did not expect to like it as much. I thought it was like, I just got a little foundation. Okay, all right, let's see. And honestly, I'm like, I absolutely love it. Like, my skin looks so good, so I'm probably gonna wear it a little bit. And I think after I wear it a few times, I'll be able to determine. I can't really just determine it immediately off of just this first time, but as of today, as of right now, like, I love it. I think it's great. I like that it is very true to shade. It definitely stayed on because I murdered this pizza, honey. Like, it was buttery and delicious and cheesy, and it could have easily came off. But guess what? That's just about it. I really don't have too much to say about that. If I missed anything, please feel free to comment below and tell me your thoughts. Even tell me your thoughts if you have even tried this foundation, and tell me what you think or any questions that you may have for me. Please feel free to comment below and I'll make sure that I get to them. Don't really have much cons except the fact that if you have sensitive skin, by all means, please make sure you just read. I'm gonna see if I can insert it in the video, link it down below, or, you know, insert the information down below. I don't know if I would recommend it for sensitive skin types. They say it's for all skin types, but I will be very, very careful. Just because some people just are really sensitive to flowers, and that's just, it is what it is. And that's just about it, you guys. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button to make sure that you tune in to my next videos up and coming. There will be so many more. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.